everyone. I'm excited, and everybody else is also going to get really excited about who I have on with me now. I have with me Chantrell Alexander. She's the owner of CA Golf Academy. Welcome to the show. You got to tell everybody a little bit about yourself and listen up, because we're going to open up the lines to the audience for everyone to be able to get entered in to win a golf lesson. So here we go. First of all, get up on the mic so everybody can hear you, and I want you to tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what we're going to talk about today.
Okay. So I have been playing golf since I can remember. My dad was a teaching pro. So from the time I didn't know anybody else didn't play golf. I thought everybody did. And then, I started teaching when I was about like 15 on accident. I went for was it when you, what does it do your senior year? I keep forgetting what that is.
Your graduation?
Yeah,
when
when you go out and you do your community service.
Okay.
And I was working with the Special Olympics. I was volunteering, and the coach that they had hired didn't show up, and so I was the only one there that knew how to play, so they threw me out there, and that's when I knew that's what I wanted to do.
Absolutely. You've been doing it for 14 years. You're located in Surprise. You have a junior camp that's coming up that you're going to want to talk about.
Yes, I do.
And we're going to open up the lines to the audience for everyone to get entered in to win a 45-minute lesson. It's a $90 value, free to you or anyone that you know. So our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. I'm letting everyone call throughout the rest of the show for this. It's going to be fantastic. Now, I want to talk to you first before we go into anything else. What's the number one thing, I asked you before you came on, that people call you for? Is it the slice or is it the putting, and what did you say?
I would say it's probably the slice first and then the putting.
Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is we've got those lines open for everyone to be able to get a chance to be able to get that perfected, so that you're perfect by the time it gets cooler, right?
Yes.
Now, okay, I want to talk about your philosophy. What is that?
Everybody has their own swing. So trying to fit people into a box is not, it doesn't work. There isn't just one way to swing, one way to hold a club. Everybody has their own limitations. So, the thing is to find the root of the cause and then go from there.
So what levels do you teach?
So I teach from beginning all the way to advance. My youngest is 2 and my oldest is 96.
Wow.
I think he just wants to come and talk.
Well, that's okay. But you know what? Is it ever too old? Are you ever too old?
No, definitely not. I mean, as long as you're willing to learn, no.
Right. And everybody wants to play golf, right? They love the game.
Everybody's an expert.
Well, of course, but until they don't get they don't swing the way they wanted to swing, right?
Right.
Or they didn't get that putt.
Mm-hmm.
That's when they hate themselves. For some
It's
reason,
true.
they get very upset. Now, we've got our lines open here for everyone to get entered in to win. It's a 45-minute lesson. It's a $90 value, free to you or anyone you know. And our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. And I'm letting everyone call throughout the rest of the show. I want to talk about the summer junior camp that you got coming up.
Okay. So it's Monday through Wednesday. We start at like 7 o'clock in the morning for the younger kids. And then the advance we do for 2 hours. So we practice for 2 hours Monday and Tuesday, and then we go out and play 9 holes. Now the other kids will be able to go out and play for like an hour on Wednesday, but it's not as intense for the kids that play 18 holes.
Now, starting them that young, is it best to start when you're young, obviously?
It all depends. If the child definitely wants to be there, most definitely get them in. Mm-hmm. If the child doesn't want to be there, that's when it gets kind of hectic, and that's where the parents and I kind of,
right.
Because if you don't want to be there, I really don't want you there, and Neither does anybody else.
Now, your website is cagolfacademy.com. The phone number is 623-810-9506. She's been teaching for 14 years, but basically was born into it, she said. and as you said, you raised your kids on doing this. So,
Yes.
you should be proud of yourself for that. The summer junior camp is coming up in June. It's a 3-day summer class, and it's for students that are 5 to 18 years old. It's all on the website.
Mm-hmm.
You can check that out there at the website, which is cagolfacademy.com. We've got our lines open here for everyone to get entered in to win. It's a 45-minute golf lesson, and it's a $90 value, free to you or anyone you know. Can it be any level? Can
Yes,
they have,
most definitely.
right? What's your sweet spot with people?
I think my favorite thing to teach is chipping and pitching.
Okay. And why is that?
That's just one of my favorite parts of the game. It used to be driving, but then I got into a horrible car accident. So after that, the only thing I could do for weeks was chipping and pitching.
So it became your favorite. You're a woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do women tend to resonate with you, or do you have both men and women?
I have a lot of guys that come. I think women come to me because they like to come to a woman instructor versus a male instructor.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the women, they always think that it's going to be a hands-on thing, and it shouldn't be.
Okay. And so we've got our lines open here for everyone to get entered in to win. It's a 45-minute lesson. It's any level that you're at. It's a $90 value, free to you or anyone you know. And our number here is 602-277-5369. And toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. You say that your philosophy is that everyone has their own swing.
Correct.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, one of the things that I wanted to talk about was, do you teach groups? I want to talk about that part of it. Do you have,
Okay.
Can groups come to you?
Yes. So I actually, Dysart School District came to me last year, and for the end of the year for their teachers, they came and I did a whole hour with them, and it was fun. So I do have that, and then I do travel trips too.
So and businesses, listen up. What a fun thing to do, and have them come and get golf lessons.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's an hour. What does that look like when you do your lessons and you're working with somebody? What does that really look like with them? Let's say they're a beginner.
Well, the first thing is you always, you make sure that you're talking the same language. So you got to learn if the person is visual learner, if they're more physical.
Are they coachable?
That too. Are they more hands-on? And then you build from there. So then you go into stance, posture, grip, from there.
And you take them out where? Where is it located?
It's at Great Eagle Golf Course.
Oh, and it's nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice out there.
It is a nice place out there.
Now, again, we've got our lines open here. We're going to let everyone call throughout the rest of the show. Maybe it's you or someone that you know would like to get a golf lesson. Maybe there's something that is just making you so upset because, every time you go out, the more you think about it, the worse it gets, right?
This is true.
It is very true. And so we've got everyone getting entered in to win. It's a 45-minute lesson. It's a $90 value, free to you or anyone you know. She says she has students anywhere from 2 years old on up to 95. Was it 95 or 90?
He's 96 now.
Oh, 96. Wow. And, still kicking and doing it, and because he loves golf. That's probably
He
it.
does love golf. His wife said that he just needs to get out of the house.
And that's okay too.
So-
You want to just get out of the house? She's happy to give you a golf lesson. So we've got our lines open here for everyone to get entered in to win. It's 45 minutes, and the number to call here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. And you can check her out on her website. It's cagolfacademy.com, and her phone number direct at 623-810-9506. It's getting hot. Okay, I gotta
Yes.
bring this up.
Mhm.
Okay, so how early can you get out there to help people?
Right now, I'm already getting there at 5:30 in the morning,
Yeah,
and I'm usually stopping about 11:30ish or
yeah,
so.
right.
But I do have the ones that come out at 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Wow.
So, I usually have just like a 3 to 4 hour lunch.
Mhm. Okay,
And
that's
then I come
okay.
back.
Right.
So, I mean, it all depends on what people are,
Are
you know,
looking for?
yeah.
Right. And if it's hot, you can go out early, and that's what people
Mhm.
do here in Arizona. That's the way we live our lives.
Yeah.
What tips can you give to somebody that's listening right now that maybe for their putt or whatever, just a little tip that you can
Their
give to
putt. Everything is around the shoulders. So if you are using more of your shoulders versus your hands on anything, chipping, pitching, putting, driving, use more of your body and not your arms.
Now, she's been doing this for, well, she said that 14 years, but you said you started really getting into golf when you
I
were...
was my dad's dummy. So my dad would do like a group lesson and he would be like, Chantrell, get over here. And then I would, he'd mold me into whatever he wanted me to do and hit this and hit that. And, so I learned a lot.
What was really great is that you learned how to help other people, right? And be able to...
That is the most enjoying part.
perfect the game of golf. It's not easy to do, right? It's not easy to do, but it is nice to have that lesson, and we've got everyone getting entered in to win. It's a 45-minute lesson. It doesn't matter what level you are, an age group, it doesn't really matter
No.
either. And we're going to let everyone call throughout the rest of the show. Our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free is 1-866-536-1100. Don't forget that she's got her summer junior camp that's happening in Surprise in June. You can check out all the information at cagolfacademy.com.